Okay, friends, one more little tidbit from Washington Celebrates America, the 4th of July celebration I DJ'd at not too long ago, well, just the other day. And this one, I've got to send out a big thank you to a fellow named Tom. Okay, Tom, I'll explain. Evidently, well, over the years, I've had the same guy is there to set up the speakers, for because it's a rather big field that we do the fireworks at, and frankly, my two speakers just won't cover it. I'd have people, up front with their ears melting, uh, and people towards the back just, hey, play it louder, can't hear you, that kind. Yeah, it'd just be a mess, and just a chosen few in the middle could hear the oldies I play, and so we've always had pretty much always had a sound man come by, nice fella, and he sets up these big old speakers, and boy, you can hear me, everywhere when I'm playing. And then plus we have another DJ, I think DJ Dave. Forgive me if I have the name wrong, but he since the field's so big, he can play more modern music for the younger folks a little further back from the main field. So it all works out. The only thing is from what I hear, I was talking to the powers that be at Washington Celebrates America, and they said for one reason or another, they called to check up on the sound man, and that would handle my setup. And he said, "Oh my God," he says, "I'm sorry, I didn't tell you I'm out of business. I don't do this anymore." And they said, "What? We got like a week to go, and or 2 weeks, whatever. What? Oh my God!" And well, it was one of those moments. Luckily, I brought two of my speakers. They just happened to be in my van. It's where I tend to keep them this time of year, and but my two wouldn't at all handle the load. No, there's too many ears in the place. It'd be rough. Well, they evidently at the last, and they told me all this on Sunday. I said, "So what are we going to do? I got two speakers." They said, "Well, a friend of ours named Tom is a sound man also, and he's coming up from Cape May. He's coming up from Cape May, and he's going to get speakers. Evidently, they're over at his house, and he's going to bring them and set them up. So we'll be okay as long as he gets here in time." And I said, "Oh my gosh, you you can imagine." Uh, and, but in any case, so I set up my two anyway. I said, just in case he doesn't make it, at least we got something. We can aim one speaker to the back, one to the front, and me in the middle. Maybe something will, one to the left, one to the right, and me in the middle. Maybe it'll at least do something. Of course, I'm thinking of, gosh, I don't know. I don't know if my speakers will take being on full blast. Number one, they'll melt some when they get too close to it, on up front, and still the people in the back, hey, turn it up, that kind of thing. So it was a little shaky. Well, anyway, the big moment's getting closer and closer, and I'm thinking, oh boy, the traffic from Cape May on the Parkway, you got to be kidding! This is awful. Well, all of a sudden, here comes I think it was a van with a trailer behind it, and it was this guy Tom. Yep. Tom says, "Hey, you Doc South? Yeah, you're Doc South. I know you." I said, "Okay. Yeah, you got the speakers? You're the guy?" He says, "Yeah, come on, let's get them unloaded and wired up." Well, so oh, we got him in just in time, and we started playing, and it sounded great. He had actually like a line of speakers that stretched out pretty far. I think, in it counting my two, I think we had something like seven speakers blasting it out. to people. It worked out just fine, and it wasn't. It was just the right level of sound so that the fella in the far corner could play for the young folks. And in my case, where I was playing, everything was fine. So it worked out just well, very well indeed. Evidently, Tom's big with the Cub Scouts, so they were doing funnel cakes and those pretzels and stuff. Yeah, so he went over and munched on a pretzel. I said, God, all the way from Cape May? He says, yeah, I had to go to Cape May, throw the speakers in my trailer there, and here we are. But, oh, he says, so this is good. Great. And, it's funny, but Tom said, hey, Doc, you remember this guy? And this young fella comes by, and I said, well, no, but what's the deal? And he says, this is my son. You interviewed him along with me and a few of his fellow Cub Scouts back when you had a radio show. I said, my God, I don't remember. I interviewed someone almost every day when I was on the air. And he says, well, yeah, you were yakking with him about being Cub Scouts and all that. And he says, guess what? He's pretty sure he's going to be joining the Coast Guard soon. I said, the Coast Guard? I have relatives in the Coast Guard. My nephew married a young lady who's, I think, a chief petty officer in the Coast Guard. I'm pretty sure a CPO. He says, wow, top brass, huh? Yeah, I said, well, yeah, the CPOs run the Coast Guard just like they run the Navy. Yeah, he says, yeah. The admirals only think they do. Yeah. So I said, I shook hands with the young fella. He said he remembered being on my show to this very day and how much he enjoyed it. Geez, it's funny how good things come back to, just tickle your fancy. Ain't it something? My advice, always keep an eye out to one way or another to help someone. And boy, you'll be surprised all the friends you don't know you got. Did I say that right? Yeah, all the friends that just come out of the blue. Yes, and man, that's all right. Anyway, I just thought I'd pass that on. Again, Tom did a fine job. He had those speakers up in record time, and we sounded good. Yes, indeed. I mean, I don't know about the DJ, but the music sounded great. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you later, friends. And again, Tom, thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye now. God bless.